Yo, what's going on, guys? Gonna be showing you how to play and carry with AD Shyvana for season 12. AD Shyvana can be a little bit more consistent than AP Shyvana since she's a lot stronger outside of her dragon form. And even when she is in dragon form, she can play more as a tank rather than a one-shot borderline assassin Zerath machine. For your first ability, you're going to want to start with your E, then you're going to want to get your W, then your Q, maxing E first, W second, and your Q last. We're up against a Mordekaiser jungle, interesting matchup. You can take Flash, Ghost, Ignite, or Exhaust for your secondary sum, doesn't matter that much. Ghost is one of the better ones for team fighting and for ganking. Exhaust and Ignite are better for soloing people. For our items, we're going to be rushing down Bork. It plays very nicely with Shyvana's Q. Shyvana's Q is an auto attack, plus it applies on hit effects twice. So you can auto attack Q, which essentially applies to Bork 3 times, which is really, really nice. Get this Gromp. We'll move on. He'll burn out there. We should be able to solo Mord if we can dodge some of his stuff. It'll be a little bit tricky to do it until we have some attack speed, though. Mordekaiser in the early levels is very challenging because of his shield. You try to raw all in him. It's one of the only things he's kind of good at. There, I waited a half a second to use my Q. You do more damage when you hit a target that's marked with your E, with your auto attacks or your Q. Your W wears off really fast unless you're in hand combat. So you don't, if you're close to a camp, you don't want to use it to get there because it'll run out really fast. But if you're really far away from stuff, you can use it as just a general movement speed bonus. So here, since we're pretty close, we can use it to get there. Shyvana's clear is decent. It's by no means as good as a Fiddlesticks clear or a Kayn clear. She can go in for a full clear, though, pretty reasonably. She takes some damage, though. We're going to go ahead and hit a refill. Auto attack Q reset. Big one's down. Really want to focus down the big one first. Your full clear, you're usually not going to be able to do faster than 315. But you should be able to do it faster than a Kha'Zix full clear. And slightly faster than a Master Yi. Master Yi full clear is like 325-ish. Kha'Zix full clear is around 330. Full HP, we'll get another point on our E. Darius is full health. He missed his attack on me. I think we could actually beat him here. Darius is coming over, so we have to leave. Now we're going to fold back in. We're going to push this away from the Mordekaiser. I used my Ghost to stay on him. Also, since Darius was coming, kind of just ended up using it. It's not a huge deal, though. Ghost is on a much lower cooldown than Flash's. A minute and a half lower. More than a minute and a half lower. It's almost completely half. We don't actually want to steal any of these. All we want to do is get them low for Zed to take. That way he can shove and reset. Now his enemy laner is going to miss out on a lot more golden XP than they would have otherwise. Just don't steal the last hits. Shyvana does farm a lot before she is level 6. Once she has her dragon form, it's much easier for her to gank, just like a Fiddlesticks. Except her ganks are even worse than Fiddlesticks. Pre-6. I'll attack Q. First item rush. We are going to get that Bork. We're going to get down the attack speed section of it. For your secondary runes, you don't have to go for free boots. It's nice, though, because it lets you get into your Bork earlier. Your Q per level doesn't really get much. We may actually end up... Honestly, going Q max second isn't bad. It's just that your E per level gets so much base damage. 40 base damage is a lot. Your Q is scaling bonus damage. So I can definitely see why you'd want to max it last. Your W and your E gets much higher raw stats for the early mid game. Biggest thing holding back Shyvana right now from being a high tier jungler or even a mid tier jungler, because right now she's a bottom tier, is her it's a combination of her initial clear not being a full health 315 clear like a Kayn or a Fiddlesticks, and the fact that her ganks pre-6 are also not as consistent as a Kayn or a Fiddlesticks or a Karthus. So There's champions who not only clear faster and healthier than her, but their ganks pre-6 are better than hers as well. She does have some interesting power spikes like we talked about with the Bork or with Dragon form, where she can get pretty strong. We're almost level 7 already because we soaked some minion XP. I don't think this is warded. I mean, we're almost level 6. Pre-7 minute 30 is what I was trying to say. Don't know where Darius is. He might have backed. It's kind of weird he just disappeared like that. We'll go ahead, get recurve bow, and actually we'll get the pickaxe because I don't want to leave base with too much gold. We'll use W to get around. I don't think Darius can solo Gnar. Gnar's pretty hard for Darius to deal with because he can save his dash to dodge Darius Q consistently. W is a solid 30% movement speed bonus. Auto attack Q reset. And we'll be looking for a gank. Right when you get your R, you want to go gank. We would have gotten level 6 pre-6 minute 30 if we just took some of Gnar's minions. I was going to, but Darius never showed up, so it just didn't feel like the right thing to do. Vayne has lethal tempo. She's going to weigh out damage 𝗕𝐂𝐂𝐀𝐿. We're going to walk into her. And, I mean, I thought 𝗕𝐂𝐂𝐂𝐀𝐿 was just going to keep running. If he didn't turn around, he would have been fine. There was no reason for me to actually R there because I was already behind Vayne, and she never stood still to auto me. If they don't stand still to auto you, or if they don't stand still to hit you, it can actually be really bad to R them because, like, if they're just running and you R them, they can flash it just like any skill shot. Your R is a skill shot, so since she hadn't actually committed to using any resources, it was just like pointless for me to R. I was already behind her. All 𝗕𝐂𝐂𝐂𝐿 had to do was keep running away. I'd already hit her with my E, and she'd already taken damage from 𝗕𝐂𝐂𝐂𝐿. If she suicided on turret, she would have gotten nothing. Shyvana does a great job of soloing dragons. I wouldn't recommend doing it before you've based at least once. But as long as you've based at least once, she solos them ridiculously easily because her passive, she does 20% bonus damage against them. Yeah, 20% bonus is quite a lot because her single target damage is solid. 𝗕𝐂𝐂𝐂𝐿 took Gromp and now he's resetting. I guess he's mad that I shoved wave. I didn't really have much of a choice though. The wave was kind of awkward. It was getting close to their turret, and I think it was going to end up pushing in a weird way to where it's going to end up underneath the enemy's turret anyways once 𝗕𝐂𝐂𝐂𝐿 got back. You got the Gromp, not a big deal. We got a ridiculous amount of minion XP, and importantly, the enemy bot lane missed a lot since we dumped it underneath their turret. They missed a lot of gold and the XP from that. Malzahar is behind. Kind of want to go get this Darius. He's definitely going to reset. Gnar doesn't have TP. I wish I was there to grab that wave. That would be very valuable. We'll go for Herald. Malzahar just laid a ward in the area, so we might as well get this. Nice if Shyvana had 20% bonus damage against Heralds as well. One perk of taking dragons is it does synergize with your passive. Even though your passive's trash, we get bonus armor and magic resist, 5 of each, which really isn't that much, but it's better than nothing. Her passive's way better for the bonus damage to the dragon than the actual bonus armor and magic resist that you get. It should be 10 of each, not 5 of each. I'm gonna arm. Ooh. Got him. We are so tanky. He couldn't get us even with the turret shots or with his ignite. He also is behind. You know, I'm gonna... Maybe we should stay here. Because I have Herald. And Mordekaiser has very bad gap closing abilities. To where he's gonna have trouble actually getting on us. He doesn't have Ghost either. Auto attack Q reset. We're gonna hold on to our W's and escape tool here. Yeah, turret's gone. He's trying to arm me right now. Oh no. I don't think this is gonna turn out well for Zed. Oh, okay. Don't know why he flashed. I guess I scared him. Wow, a little surprised Zed was able to pinch that. We're gonna reset. We have full Bork. Bork is a massive recall for us. Their team is 𝗕𝐿𝐴P. I'm tempted to go Merc Treads. Very tempted. I don't think it's gonna be worth though. All right, maybe it is. We'll go Mercs. So here's the dilemma. Vayne has a lot of true damage, and I think Darius has some true damage on his R, and the Malzahar R suppression Merc Treads don't interact with. So the only value I'm gonna get out of this Merc Treads is realistically the magic resist that it gives. I was trying to push Vayne off of him. Clearly I didn't do that. This Bork is gonna make us unstoppable. We can't keep up with Zilean though. His speed up's too big. We used our R as a knockback tool to try to get Vayne off of our teammate. We weren't able to do it in time, so our teammate still died. Bork has some nasty damage output. Your E in dragon form is obviously stronger and bigger. Your Q is, I believe it's just AoE in dragon form. Yeah, it just hits everything. And your W, the only ability that actually does more damage, legit more damage, is your E. Everything else is just bigger. Your dragon form itself does some damage when you make impact with them in midair, flying towards them. You also get a little bit of CC off of it. Once you do have Bork, any champion that is melee or any champion you can get to, you should be able to solo them. Especially if you have Red Smite. We're going to Red Smite this guy, auto attack, Q reset. We should have E'd him sooner. I need to auto these so I don't die. Nar almost just killed me by autoing those. I was getting healing back from the Bork. It was really close. If I didn't get that last auto off, I think we would have died. We want to go for Frostfire next because Frostfire gives a lot of tankiness, and very importantly, it also gives us a huge slow when we make contact with the enemies. A really, really nice slow. Bork gives us a bit of a slow as well once we hit the enemies 3 times. So if we auto attack Q, it'll count since your Q applies 2 on-hit effects, which is nice. Plus, any of your attacks apply your auto attacks apply 10% of their current health and physical damage. That's why your Q and Bork synergize so hard together. Your Q interacts with every part of Bork. Bork also steals some of their movement speed. We got to go bot lane. Our R's up. We might as well go use it. I'm assuming Malzahar doesn't have R. The enemies are all in the area. I don't like that. His silence is on cooldown. That makes him killable. Don't know what Mord's doing in my jungle. I think they're just trying to get dragon here. It's whatever. We're gonna have to be patient. Since Shyvana's ganks are trash, pre-6, a lot of the times pre-6, you just have to farm if you don't see an easy gank. Right now, the only reason why I didn't go to fight, even though my R and sums are up, is there's 4 of them and my teammates were dead. Even though we're strong, we can't fight 1 versus 4, even 2 versus 4. It's gonna be really hard because it's Zilean speed up, Zilean slow. It's gonna cripple us. Okay, we're ghosting for this. We're gonna R in. Got our W on Red Smite. Hit her with a E at point blank range so she can't dodge it. Auto attack Q reset her. I'm gonna auto attack to keep my dragon form up. Miss my E slow. Looks like 𝗕𝗂𝐀𝐶 got it. I don't want to steal his minions. Oh, shoot. Max range E. I thought your E slowed on Shyvana. Apparently it doesn't. It does do a lot of damage. Auto attack Q reset. Red smited him. He's a goner. Her E actually doesn't slow. It's bizarre. Always felt like it did. It doesn't though. It doesn't slow in dragon form. We'll take his camps while he's dead, get a massive lead over him. If you want to play AP Shyvana, you have to play more backline heavy because a lot of the items you're going to build in AP Shyvana don't give you much HP or much tankiness. Even though Bork doesn't give like traditional tankiness, it gives you a lot of self-healing, which makes you very tanky. Auto attack Q reset. He R's me to try to stay alive. It's not enough. This game's wrapped up, I'd say. I'm way too big for any of them to fight. Really, really strong. He has ridiculous range in dragon form. We're gonna run away. Bonk. We can take all 3 topside camps. Whenever you attack something, it builds up your fury, which gives you back your dragon form faster. Or when you're in your dragon form and you hit something with your auto attacks, it gives you a lot of fury. It's all about those auto attacks. Auto attacks and Qs. Darius is shoving topside. We both have tier 2 boots. I'm just as fast as him. Would like to get dragon form before I go over there. You also build up fury normally just by walking around or even standing still. You get like 1 per second or 1 per 2 seconds or something like that. Auto attack Q. I didn't even R and he got absolutely demolished. He even has some armor. I'm gonna go ahead and get this Herald. Whenever you get a kill or a pick, or you know exactly where all the enemies are, that's when you want to take objectives. You can play for kills all day long on pretty much any champion that doesn't win games. You could have 500 kills and the game's still going. Because most people's thought process is to just get kills or to farm. So even if you're killing the whole enemy team for your team, a lot of the times your team won't even like push the map. They'll just like start farming your camps. Very common. Once he sees us, we'll use our W speed up. No reason to use it before he sees us. All right, he's running away. WR. Gosh, this guy's annoying. I'm gonna ghost to get to him. Auto attack Q reset. Close fight. I'll come over here for the Vayne. I can't tell if Vayne's winning that or not. Boom! Got him with the E. I got ghost resets off getting the kill. Auto attack Q reset. Boom! That's a triple. Some big damage right there. Going into Shyvana carry mode, baby. We'll play for this next dragon. I'm going to get blue buff and reset. We've gotten 2 heralds. It's a lot of extra gold for breaking turrets. We got first turret mid, I believe, and also got 2 plates off of it. Herald scrapes 2 plates and a sliver. It's like 2 and a 5th. Obviously, turret plates fall off after 14-minute mark. There's no more plates to be had. After your Frostfire, you're going to want to get Sterix. You could even go for a Morello. If you feel like your team's lacking AP, you can go a little bit of mixed damage. Morello, 3rd or 4th item. That's good for the heal cut it provides. I wouldn't recommend it this game because Corky's... his auto attacks do 80% AP damage and his abilities do magic damage as well. And Corky, and then Zerath is magic damage, so it'd be really dumb if I were to build that. We're gonna throw out an E, auto attack Q, red smite him. I gotta go for this Vayne. Auto attack Q. Oh, come on, come on, come on! That was so close. I think Vayne exhausted me there. My damage output dropped so much. He didn't find the Vayne either. That sucks. I'm gonna have to get heal cup. I had 2 full items, right? And I almost killed 2 of them when they were pretty much full health. So freaking close. If they didn't have exhaust, man. If only. I need that Sterix, and then I'm going to build heal cut. Would like to get this dragon. Get an extra 5 armor and 5 magic resist. Let's go. I don't know why they haven't buffed that. It's just such a low amount of stats. Even if it was 10 armor and 10 magic resist, even that would be very underwhelming. 99% Corky slow. It's 95% super high. It's practically a snare. Better version of Rumble or Darius just got objective bounty. Darius wins that. Yeah, rip. I'm gonna smite it. We need to get our R up. I'm gonna lay Herald before I die again. Exhaust is so freaking broken. Oh, they know I'm here now. Shoot. I'm gonna have to deal with Vayne in a moment. push back into my jungle with this silly little portal. Our R is up. I don't think I can solo Vayne and Zilean. He'll R her, and she still has her shield bow. I have to get through the shield bow and a Zilean R. It's not going to be easy. And Vayne's pretty fed. She has more gold than me. Or at least more kills. She has a lot less CS. Because we have 180 CS. We'll drop Herald. Go straight for the Raptors here. We get a free Oracle's charge since we used our Oracles right as we laid Herald. It's a little glitch that's unintended effect that's been in the game for pretty much since they introduced Herald. Did he just steal that from me? What a turd. What a little turd muncher. Auto attack Q reset. Q once again applies to on hit effects, so you can auto attack Q wards. Got turret with our Herald. I'm happy with that. He's dead. He died so freaking fast. He even has a full item even though he's 0 and 9. What the heck? I'm gonna have to R out of that one. Auto attack Q. Oh! I died from Zilean, no way! Oh, and someone finished off Vayne, so she came back with full health. Dang. May even go for a hole breaker. Split pushing's not bad on 80 Shyvana. Split pushing is actually really good. We'll get an Executioners or a Thornmail versus their team. Vayne's on hit. Darius kind of is because he'll leave an auto attacks in his auto attack resetter. Malzahar isn't, Zilean isn't. So it's really only for the Vayne and Darius because Mordekaiser didn't even go for Riftmaker. He went for Hex Tech. He went for Turbo Chem Tank, which doesn't give him any healing. So man, Vayne's ticking me off. She's got Rage Blade, she's got Lethal Tempo. Outrageous. You can go for Lethal Tempo or Conquer on Shyvana. It'll hurt your burst damage and your Q surprise damage with Bork. Lethal Tempo plays a little bit better on champions that have more consistent CC output, like Trundle with his constant Q slows, or Warwick with his Sphere and R suppression. I think we will split push though. Like objectively looking at team comps, their team comp's better for fighting 5 people to the death because Malzahar, Vayne, and the Zilean. But for split pushing, I think I could solo Darius or the Mord or the Vayne. And I'm pretty quick with W. I'm moving at like nearly 500 movement speed on my W. So yeah, moving at 534. It decreases over time, but it starts out really high. Zed gets a double kill. That's huge. We should push for Baron off that. I'll attack Q reset. Fairly tanky. We would be tankier, but whoever's tanking Baron does half damage to it. So I'm getting back less healing than I would otherwise for my Bork. Someone really needs to come help. I don't know what 𝗕𝐂𝐀𝐻𝐿 thinks he's doing. He's hiding in a bush there. He's keeping the bush company. Dude, this is actually not going very well. We had 2 picks on the enemies. I figured we would have just done Baron together. At least Xerath's helping. We get Executioners. Now I'm going to go for a Hole Breaker. Hole Breaker or a Deadman's at this point. Like I said, we could go for a Morello. In most situations, that would be the way to go for your 𝗕𝐂𝐻𝐿 item since your E does magic damage and so does your W. It's very easy to apply Morello to multiple of them, even from range on Shyvana. Only reason why I didn't do that is because 𝗕𝐂𝐻𝐿 and Xerath do pretty much all magic damage anyways. So I don't want to be building magic damage. I want to fight for this dragon. I think we win it. Especially if Zed gets his butt over here. Alright, we're going in. Got him. That should be GG's. Vayne wasn't in that fight. She's probably getting red buff or something. Zed wasn't in that fight either. That was a massive Gnar pick. Low-key wasted my ghost. My R wasn't up and I wanted to get in that fight. Turns out I didn't really need to. Yeah, Darius, you can't be doing that. Got you, Vayne. She died so fast there. Auto attack Q reset on her head. That applied our Bork. Our Bork's 20-second passive. It did 30% of her current health and physical damage off Bork. It also did a bunch of extra magic damage and stole movement speed, not including my actual stats. Tried to juke that, couldn't quite do it. Auto attack Q reset, had my E on him. Auto attack Q reset. Ugh, that hurt. Should live off that. We don't have the minions for this. Gotta reset. Don't want to die to the Vayne. Keep going into Hullbreaker. If you don't want to go for Hullbreaker because you're trying to team fight, you should be going for stuff like Thornmail, Randuin's, Deadman's, Force of Nature, that type of stuff. You shouldn't be building lethality or armor penetration on Shyvana because so much of her abilities do magic damage that if you're building lethality or armor penetration, it's just kind of pointless. So just focus more on HP and AD items or movement speed items when you're playing AD Shyvana. Playing for next dragon, I'd say. Not gonna rush down Baron unless we get a pick on them. It's an easy way to throw the game if they're all alive and you start a Baron. No one on their team can solo me. I don't even think the Vayne can. Ooh, maybe. Maybe. Oh, okay. All right. Vayne, you know what? Vayne can solo me. I'll concede that. She did 1800 true damage. Sweet baby Jesus. Maybe if I turned on her sooner. I'm a little surprised that Condemn stunned me into the wall. Little surprise. Sometimes it's like an Alistar headbutt and other times it's like a Poppy E. Huge discrepancy. I'm in the middle and it stuns me. Incredible. That's so wild to see. She did just as much true damage as physical damage to me. Her Silver Bolt ability alone did that. Just one of her abilities was half of her damage output. Her actual auto attacks only did less than 600 damage. It was the Silver Bolts that did it. I think we could still split push. We just need to not do it versus Vayne because she's an insane champ with lethal tempo. So if I see her, I'll just run. I don't think she can keep up with me. Especially if I R away. She shouldn't have a chance. And she is the girth of their team. So if I am tying her up and live, it's a net positive for our team. She seems to be top right now. We have a lot of armor and magic resist. We're getting plus 15 armor, plus 15 magic resist from our passive, plus the Mercs, plus Frostfire Gauntlet resistances. So actually kind of tanky. It's not versus true damage. That wasn't fun. Fighting him underneath turret's a bad idea. That Thornmail really hurts. I'm gonna go back for the wave. I think we win this. Okay, we don't win that. Holy crap, we're actually losing every solo fight. Me and Darius had, at the time, equal items too. That might be the Conqueror diff in this case. Prestige attack's not as good for raw fights to the death with champions who can absorb the burst. Darius definitely absorbed that burst. Meanwhile, he was 12 stat Conqueror, getting a bunch of extra self-healing and damage from it. Nearly 380 per stack. Stacks up to 12 times, so basically 380 times 12, that's an extra 3680. What is that? Like 3 longswords, 3680. That's about over 1,000 gold of extra value off Conch, not including bonus healing. I think it also gives something else. When fully stacked, yeah, just extra healing. Yeah. All right, we'll try that again with Hullbreaker. I want to see if I can do it with Hull. I think I can. Maybe we can fight Mord. His build isn't nearly as oppressive right now. We're gonna ghost for this. Vayne's here. I don't like that at all. Oh, Darius is here too. I kind of need to auto attack these. I wish Corky wouldn't. I'm gonna have to R away, I think. Or wait, do I win it now? Oh, wait. I think I was actually gonna win that because of the Hullbreaker. I think we were actually winning that. I mean, we still died, but wow. Yeah, Darius. 1,000 true damage. That's rough for Shyvana, man. Maybe they should change her passive to instead giving only 5 armor and 5 magic resist per dragon taken. Think about it. We have 4 dragons, which you're not going to get every game, especially if you're behind. And all we're getting is 25 armor and 25 magic resist. Gold value? That's like 400 gold value for armor, and for magic resist, that's 450. So the gold value of like what you're actually getting is like ridiculously low. If you compare it to other passives like Evelyn going invisible or Karthus landing 1 extra Q when he's dead or pressing R or whatever, like it's just such a weak passive. When you think of Shyvana's passive, I would really only think of it in the sense of, oh, you get 20% bonus damage against dragons. Like that's actually good. It lets you solo the dragons faster than Warwick. We gotta farm up. Without dragon form, we can't really fight these guys. I don't think we can even fight them anymore. I have to go split push. Got you, Darius. I actually won that super easily. I think it's the Hullbreaker diff. That having that extra 60 armor and 60 magic resist is stupid. Stupid strong. Zerath should be able to solo hold them as long as they don't get Baron with the Dragon Soul. This Dragon Soul on poke champs is really good. Basically having a free static shiv. Yeah, Zerath's popping off. So right now Hullbreaker is giving us 60 armor, 60 magic resist, and it's also 60 armor, 60 magic resist, way more than our passive. Plus, it's making our cannon minion tankier. It gives it like 180 armor and 180 magic resist. Plus, it makes me and the super minion, me and the cannon or super, do more damage against turrets. So we chunk these things. I'm empowering 2 of them right now. His stupid little things are blocking it. I have to run. That turned really sketchy. Oh, they're coming out too. That was glitchy. It showed me it was Mordekaiser before he actually arrived. Spooked me. I think we should take red buff. I don't think Corky's gonna do much with it. I kind of need it for fighting Darius. That way I can stay on top of him. If you want to run Exhaust on Shyvana instead of Cosmic Insight, take Approach Velocity. It'll make you way faster. I need to get my dragon form back up. I need it. And that should, yeah, that's it. We have it. Ghost into R. Cancel the Malzahar R. They're all gonna die now. Auto attack Q reset. Oh, Vayne's scary. Got him. Main's the only one left alive. She mauled our team. Zerath put some damage in her. Should be GG's. Moral of the story, Shyvana is not a high tier or even a mid tier. She's still a low tier jungler, but if you're patient with her, you bide your time, you can still have a very high impact in your games. Give a lot of value. So I hope you guys enjoyed the Shyvana jungle commentary guide for season 12. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is KingStix. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Looking at damage dealt to enemy champions, we had the second highest in the game. I'm very happy with that since this is all kill damage. None of this is mixed in poke damage from laning since we were the jungler. Looking at runes, Pressy attack did nearly 3,000 bonus damage. Triumph healed us for nearly 3,000. This rune's insane. Gave us 520 bonus gold. Got Alacrity pre-12 minute, which is decent. I usually try to hit it around 9 minute 30 or sooner. 𝗕𝗂𝘀𝗶𝗶 did 1,000 bonus damage. Magical footwear, we got it by 10 minute 30. I usually like to get it around 9 minute 30 or sooner. And Cosmic Insight, it doesn't say what it does, which is kind of lame. You can get the job done with her. If you're looking for something a bit more meta, I'd recommend something like Xin Zhao, Warwick, or Trundle.